I'm sad. I'm so sad. Like, what the heck is happening right here, guys? Just what the heck is happening? What is NASCAR turning into? NASCAR is turning into less of a sport and more of a business. Like, seriously. You can't convince me in any other way, shape, or form. You can't convince me that this is not a problem, because this is a problem. This has been a problem ever since the early mid 2000s. It's just that this has been becoming to a head. This has become such a problem that now people are turning their heads on it. But this problem actually started like 15 years ago. And this all comes down to NASCAR becoming just more expensive. This all comes down to NASCAR becoming more expensive. All these cars are really good and all. This 2019 Aero package, I have some hopes for it. Not really high hopes, but it's whatever. But the bottom line is that all of these technological advancements, they cost a lot of money. And of course, sponsors, because team owners don't want to pay that much money, they have to rely on their sponsors to, you know, get that money for them, pay the expenses for them, take the fall for them, the financial fall for them. It's whatever. And you know, DC Solar was one of those companies that it didn't matter. Ever since 2015, DC Solar has been investing and investing more and more in NASCAR, and I thought this was gonna be one of those new era companies that was gonna help NASCAR. And it's also sponsoring Chip Ganassi and some big name drivers such as Kyle Larson, and most recently Ross Chastain in this number 42 team. This 42 team that was supposed to go full time in 2019 until the FBI discovered that the DC Solar CEO had been evading taxes for quite some time, and they decided to raid his house. And yeah, they can't sponsor a 42 when the 42 has been shut down, because nobody would dare to sponsor the 42 team. Like, DC Solar was the best sponsor. They were actually willing to sponsor the whole 33 race schedule. Like, Ross Chastain was gonna be donning those DC Solar colors for all 33 Xfinity races. There was nothing to worry about. Supposedly, we all thought there was nothing to worry about. Well, apparently there is, because now there is no sponsor and Ross Chastain is gonna be stuck driving the number 15 for Premium Motorsports, being lapped around like crazy. This is so unfair. But wait, there's more, because Ross Chastain is not the only one being affected by this. Look at this. This is Brett Moffitt, 2018 champion. Oh, and what does it say? Winning the Truck Series Championship not enough to prevent Brett Moffitt from losing his ride. Yeah, you heard that right. Brett Moffitt, the defending series champion, will not be returning to the 16 car. Will not be returning to Hattori Enterprises. You know why? That's right, sponsorship. No sponsorship means that Brett Moffitt will not return to Hattori, would not be able to defend his crown. He would not be able to defend his Truck Series Championship that he so rightfully deserved. Wow. Just amazing, NASCAR, amazing. Now, this was a problem until yesterday. This was gonna be a problem until yesterday. I was going to rant about this until yesterday. This piece of news came out in regards to Brett Moffitt. It is revealed that Johnny Sauter will not return to the team for the 2019 season. The organization indicated the separation was effective immediately. Now, there was another bit of news that came out alongside this one, which reveals that Johnny Sauter said that GMS Racing was replacing him in the number 21 with Brett Moffitt. That he was gonna be released from the ride because they wanted a younger driver in Moffitt because Brett Moffitt became available. Now, of course, I do not fault Sauter for this, but honestly, Sauter and Moffitt, they were the two best drivers, or the two winningest drivers in the Truck Series in 2018. It's the same thing. They were the two favorites heading into Homestead for the championship because they both had the most race wins. Both Sauter and Moffitt scored 6 wins each of them. They just combined to win 12 of the 23 Truck Series races. They basically dominated over half of the Truck Series. I mean, like, these two guys, they were fighting neck and neck for the Truck Series title. Of course, Moffitt ended up winning out. But the thing is, both Sauter and Moffitt, they were the two best Truck Series drivers, and you're telling me that Moffitt got screwed out of a ride, and then Sauter gets screwed out of a ride because the owner at DMS he wants Moffitt just because he became available. Like, what is this, man? And I don't know why they released Johnny Sauter, but I have a feeling that it was because of sponsorship. I believe that it was because of sponsorship. Also because Brett Moffitt is much younger than Johnny Sauter, but I have a feeling that it's because of sponsorship that they got rid of Johnny Sauter. And this is getting me sick to my stomach because this just gets me sick. This is just getting me sick at this point. Just seeing how top tier drivers get screwed out of sponsorship, or they get screwed out of top rides because they do not have sponsorship. They do not have money. Like, it's like talent doesn't even matter anymore. It's like, okay, you have all the talent in the world, but where's the money? We need somebody to cover the cost of these mechanical marvels known as stock cars. We need somebody to pay for these, and we need somebody to pay for these stock cars, not somebody to drive them to victory. We need somebody to pay for them, because if we don't have somebody to pay for them, then we have no stock cars, and then we can't win races. Like you're winning races. Yeah. I don't think you're winning any races just with money. You aren't winning races with money alone. You need talent at the very end. Apparently NASCAR doesn't care about talent anymore. NASCAR doesn't care about talent anymore. You know, NASCAR needs to seriously implement something. NASCAR seriously needs to change something about this. They seriously need to consider like implementing something like a spending cap or something, because seriously, this is getting out of control, man. This is getting out of control. I seriously hope Ross Chastain gets a ride. I seriously hope like somebody like Dale Jr. does something with Ross Chastain, because how somebody takes a chance, gives this man Ross Chastain a chance. And also Johnny Sauter. I mean, I know that Johnny Sauter won't do much in Xfinity or in the Cup Series, but if somebody can give Johnny Sauter a Truck Series ride, please do it, because I mean, I know he is like he is 40 years old right now. Yeah, he's 40 years old right here. Yeah, Sauter is 40 years old, but we have seen drivers like Matt Kenseth and Kevin Harvick still being able to drive well into their 40s and being able to age gracefully. I believe that Johnny Sauter will be able to age gracefully if he stays in the Truck Series and they give him a good ride. So, man, I can't believe NASCAR is just turning into this. This is just pathetic.